This is a video about the last drawing in the multi-view in AutoCAD assignment. So this is where we left the last video, finishing up drawing number 5. Now we're going to do drawing number 7. Let's switch first to the proper views. We're going to have to scroll up here a little bit to get to it. Click to model. And now let's go find our last drawing that you did in the last assignment, isometrics in AutoCAD. So let's think about the front view. The front view is going to be pretty easy because it's just this shape here, and then we will have to add in a hidden line from this point to this point, because see how back here it doesn't continue the whole way? So we need to let everybody know that's happening from the front view. So let's start with a line. I'm going to give myself a little more room because the last couple times I've had to move it some. Okay, so starting from the bottom, I'm going to click. Make sure ortho is on so I don't have any crooked lines. Go over 2, enter. Go up 0.5. We're going to go over 0.5. Go up 0.25, over 0.5, down 0.25. I'm sorry, I was wrong. We go over another 0.5. Should have gone over 1 total. Then come down 0.25. Go over 0.5 again, and then come down to where we started. So see, our view is looking exactly right. Now let's add that hidden line. I'm going to draw a line from this point to this point, escape, switch to properties, choose this one line that I just drew, change it from continuous to dashed. I'm going to change the line type scale to 0.1 and escape. So the first view is done. Now let's project the lines up for the top view. Click on a line, start with the corner, go up, make sure I get it far enough so I don't have to extend it later, like I did on one of the previous drawings. Okay, now that I have them up there, I'm going to change them to yellow. So select them. Remember, hold your finger down on the left button till you get them. Go over to the Properties palette, change the color to yellow, and escape. Now let's think about what the top is going to be. The top is going to be basically 4 squares with a big rectangle in the middle. So I think I'm going to start by drawing 1 square, and then I will maybe even copy that. Let's see how it goes. There are many, many different ways to draw things, and you just try very hard to find the most efficient way, because that makes you the better employee. So I am going to start by just drawing 1 square. I'm going to go here, over, and then I'm going to go up. That's 0.5. Enter, bring it over 0.5, and bring it down to where I started. So now I have a square. One thing I haven't told you yet is the join tool. So we could have drawn this as a rectangle, but the dimensions work kind of strange on the AutoCAD app, so I haven't been doing that. But it would be easier if all this were like one object, so if I move it, I wouldn't have to worry about losing a piece. So there's a command called join. So what I'm going to do is type in join, J-O-I-N. See how when you start typing it automatically comes up? I'm going to click on join. And now I'm going to select just these 4 lines and nothing else. So I'm going to do that by clicking over here to the left of the lines, hold my finger down on the left button and drag it over until I select it all. And remember, because I went from left to right, it only got things I selected in their entirety. And now I'm going to say confirm selection. Now when I click on this, see, I get the whole rectangle, not just a line. So it's really easy to know where to put this first one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy it. So come over here to the Modify panel and hit Copy. I'm going to select this corner, see where it says perpendicular, and I'm going to drag it over here. I'm going to make sure that ortho's on so it's going straight, and then I'm going to snap it to that and hit Escape. So now I have 2 of the squares done. And I see that the squares are 0.25 apart and they are 0.5 deep. So I am going to select the 2 of them. I'm going to do it the same way by going from left to right, holding my finger on the left button. And now I've got just those 2, nothing else. I'm going to hit Copy. I'm going to click at one corner, doesn't matter. I'm going to push it up and I'm going to type in 0.75, enter. And now see, we have them positioned perfectly. The only thing we need to do now is to basically draw whatever lines we're missing for this. And you have to be careful, like don't be lazy and just draw a rectangle, because if you do that, you're going to have lines on top of lines that you don't want. So let's just do it the methodical way, just do it with the lines. So I'm going to draw here and here, here and here, and here, and the last one is there. Okay, and since it's kind of hard to see what we're doing, if you want to, every now and then you can just switch over to the paper space. So remember, if we're gonna go ahead and do this, like click on Views, and remember we need a new layout. We need a 4th one. So here we have our 4th one. So we're in paper space now. We can tell because the viewport line is light. I'm going to double click inside the model space, and now the viewport line goes dark. So now I can pan and zoom and get this centered. Okay, so now you can see better about how it looks. See how we have the 4 squares on either side and the rectangle in the middle. And it's nice that we can't see all those projection lines since they're light. All right, now let's go back to, click Views again. Actually, we have to zoom up to get to Model. So let's go back to Model Space to work some more. All right, now we're going to project a lot more lines. So start with line at the bottom, and we're going to hit 3 lines because we have 3 height dimensions we need to get, or 3 points of height dimensions, actually 2. All right, now we're going to do the ones project the dimensions for the depth. We're going to do that by going over a little bit, click, and then going straight down. Make sure your polar is click for 30, and make sure that it is on. Go back to line, click, take it up at that 45. Remember, make sure you get it far enough. Now we're going to project some more lines. So we're going to go from here. I'm going to go past it just a little bit. Then I didn't hit Escape to get out of the tool. And then click here and come down. Remember, make sure, it's better to have ortho on, so you make sure you come down straight. Take this one over. Take that one down. Take this one over. Make sure it's not going to snap to anything and get you in trouble. If necessary, take it past the isometric. Then we're going to snap on that and bring it down. So now we have all of our lines in place. Let's see what we're going to draw. Okay, so on the side view, we're going to see two rectangles here. Two squares, and then a rectangle on top of it. And we don't have to do any measurement, so we can do all of the drawing we want, just snapping to things. So let's start by doing the rectangle at the top. So I'm going to click rectangle. I'm going to start at the far right side and then go to the far left side, snapping on those intersections. You know what I forgot to do? I did not change. I'm going to undo that because I forgot to change these projection lines to yellow. So let me undo that again. All right, so let's select all of our projection lines. This time it's easier for me because I had them a little bit further away from the isometric. Go back to Properties, go to Color, go to Yellow, and enter. All right, now I can start drawing. So I'm going to draw this one first. So that's going to be from here. Sorry, I didn't start over far enough. It's going to go from here. See, I'm going to follow this line, and this is where it starts. There, and then it goes to the far side. Now I'm going to draw the bottoms of these two squares. And remember, I'm not drawing over lines that any object lines I've already drawn. Start here, 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 and there. And there are no hidden lines in this view, so we're done. So let's take a look at it. I'm going to go to Views. I'm going to scroll down to Layout 4, and I'm going to see what I've done. I do see one thing I need to fix. I did not get all of my projection lines and turn them yellow. So I'm going to select those now, go to Properties, go to Color, and change it to yellow. All right, I think I'm all done. Now that you are finished with the assignment, you have to turn it in. So what you're going to do is we're just going to make this as easy as possible and do snips of each view. So I'm going to double click to get into paper space, and that way I can, sorry, I was already in paper space. Double click, I need to double click out here to get into paper space. Okay, so now I can zoom out and get it so that I'm not running into this mess. Then I'm going to go to the snip tool, snipping tool, select it, and then I'm going to say new, and then I'm going to take a snip and turn that in. So you will be turning in 4 images for this one assignment. And then you are finished.